I'm Tracy Pa, and thanks for joining me for another edition of Scope. Betta Nahan, a brave survivor of breast cancer, shared a lifetime experience of living with and fighting cancer during the Think Pink Masquerade Gala that ended the PNG Cancer Foundation's Breast Cancer Awareness Campaign. She shared a journey of discovery, diagnosis and treatment, and highlight the importance of facing the reality and dealing with it head-on.
A role play of the development of cancer bacteria in the body, from noticing unusual lumps to clinical consultation and beyond, bringing the abstract into reality, was an important part of the Think Pink Masquerade Gala, which ended the PNG Cancer Foundation's Breast Cancer Awareness October campaign.
But today I learned that cancer doesn't discriminate. It can happen to anyone. Please, go for regular checkups. Encourage your mothers, sisters, and your daughters to get checked as well.
Betta Nahan, a survivor of breast cancer, was invited to speak. She shared her journey of discovery, diagnosis, and treatment, and highlighted the importance of facing the reality and dealing with it head-on.
But I lost a lot along the way. I lost several dear sisters. I lost my hair. I lost a breast. I lost both my ovaries. But I did not lose myself. The turning point for me came, I think it was during my second chemo session, when a woman walked into the chemo room, smiling, glowing, and said, "I am a survivor." That moment, I cried. I promised myself, one day, that will be me. I lost my father and baby sister to cancer, but I decided that's as far as it goes. It stops with me. After my mastectomy, I was restaged to stage 3 because it had spread to my lymph nodes. But I told myself, this is where it ends, not another centimeter. Now, 4 years later, after 4 surgeries, countless scans, and hundreds of blood tests, I stand here as that woman in the chemo room. I am a survivor.
Dr. Mana Kirax Ario, Provincial Health Authority representative and national oncologist, spoke as one of those specialists and clinicians who fight the battle against cancer in the country. He expressed sadness about patients turning up for medical diagnosis when they are already at the very late stage because of lack of awareness and lack of proper facilities.
It's very difficult to break the bad news, especially those cancer patients with cancers who are advanced, who have cancers that have spread to other parts of the body. Very, very difficult to break that bad news. But the thing I want to make known here tonight is, I represent the National Department also as the Chief Oncologist for the country, and also as a clinician working first and on the ground at the Cancer Hospital. In my experience, working on the ground, I've realized that most of the patients that comes to us are the ones that are in the advanced stage, or the ones that cannot be diagnosed because of some diagnostic difficulties. But they do come to us, and when they come to us, your eyes can't believe what you will see. I'm happy to come here because I want to get the things straight, you know. By 2030, we want that at least prevention aspect of things, cervical cancer screening and detection, breast cancer head and neck or oral cancers has to be addressed to at least some degree, 40–50%. And I'm glad we are on the verge of it because POMGEN is now on the verge of, we will soon appreciate and embrace a modern radiotherapy or cancer center in the country, never like before. So we should give a big applause to that achievement.
Dr. Mana also admitted that at the radiology services at Angau Hospital, there are so many patients awaiting different levels of treatment, but sadly many of them are already at the latest stage. Bertha also expressed that the effort to survive cancer should not be this hard if we have proper facilities like a one-stop center for testing, diagnosis, treatments, and more psychological support for our sisters, mothers, and our daughters. They would still be here. Seeing positive progress of the cancer facility at the Port Moresby General Hospital is a ray of hope. The Minister for Health and HIV/AIDS, Elias Kapavore, was guest of honor. He acknowledged 10 years of the Cancer Foundation's tireless advocacy and a decade of service to the people through programs that have reached thousands across schools, workplaces, and communities.
Initiatives such as the Healthy Teens, cervical cancer education, community outreaches, through Blaman have transformed awareness into action and broken long-standing stigma around cancer. For that, on behalf of our government, I say thank you.
Deputy Chair of the PNG Cancer Foundation Board, Linda Sirigoi, remarked on the advantage of working together in collaboration. She says no challenge is too great when the community stands united.
Policies are not just documents, they're roadmaps. They guide our actions, allocate our resources, and define our national priorities. We urge the National Department of Health to ensure that these relevant policies on cancer screening and treatment are not only in place, but actively resourced and monitored. Let us move from policy to practice and from intention to impact. Civil society organizations like the PNG Cancer Foundation are ready to play their part. We can amplify awareness, deliver education, mobilize communities, and support screening initiatives. And you've heard from Kim's talk earlier how we are doing that already, how we can impact that not just on a national level, but at a regional and at a global level. But to be truly effective, our work must align with national policies and be supported by government frameworks. When civil society and government walk in step, we become a powerful force of change.
PNG Cancer Foundation Executive Manager Kimberly Kapigeno said over the past decade, many have joined the Foundation's Pink Ribbon campaign. She acknowledged them for supporting breast cancer awareness advocacy, a cornerstone of the annual Think Pink campaign.
There have been platforms for dialogue, education, and mobilization spaces where we've shared stories, statistics, and solutions. Tonight, we transition and evolve that cherished tradition. We present to you the first ever Think Pink Masquerade Gala.
Over 5,000 settlers who had occupied portions 2156, 2157 and 2159 in the Bushwara area at 9 Mile in Port Moresby are taking necessary steps to find their place in society and settle down. Their lives were disrupted when a national court order ruled against their occupation of the land portions, and they were left without a place to call home. They have now organized themselves by establishing the Bushwara United Community Voice, Inc., which will work together with local authorities for resettlement. A proactive approach that they believe will serve in their best interest since their eviction in November of 2024. The heavy downpour did not deepen spirits of members of the Bushwara community. They had gathered that day, Sunday, November 2nd, 2025, for a greater purpose to launch the Bushwara United Community Voice Inc. Association, an initiative that the 5,000 or so of them see as the foundation of their mission towards permanent resettlement. A year ago, they were evicted from land they had occupied. According to the National Court, the land did not belong to them. They had to abandon gardens and take down permanent and semi-permanent living structures and find comfort among relatives around the city. This unfortunate event was a stepping stone to finding a permanent place among the city's residents, and it began with the initiative of the Bushwara United Community Voice Inc. The member for Moresby North East was invited that day to launch the association, marking the start of a strategic approach to working together for permanent resettlement. Association Chairman Dixon Sorariba has been instrumental in all of this, working behind the scenes to shape the vision and mission of the association. He said they had made attempts in getting support for resettlement but failed because their pleas fell on deaf ears. He believes the association will this time make more impact and drive their agenda.
This association, let me give him recognition to you. Let me give him status to you. Although it can be just a launching, but let me give him status to you.
Sorariba urged those impacted settlers to support the work of the association in order that they meet their objectives.
This association, I'm a work one time you. I'm a pressure in this objective. I'm a pressure in this goal. Me plan and deviate objective lo me pla. Objective lo me pla. I'm lo resettlement. I'm true
Before officially launching the association, the member for Moresby North East said 927 houses had to be taken down when the eviction was on foot, and 5,000 people were affected. Due to that, he allocated 25 million kina for the resettlement exercise.
Number one super record of them 937 houses society week long. Bushwara eviction. Now you come a weekend. Government looks away. International community looks away. The United Nations too all looks away. The national government put in 25 million kina. Relocation exercise.
The government has allocated 62 hectares of land at Paria for the affected community to settle. Kappa said the government is working with relevant authorities to secure land titles.
You go down to 62 hectares of Paria, which is 10 minutes or 20 minutes walk from here. And by going to this land 937 victims. Now in total 62 hectares, but people are cutting close to 2,000. So around 1,000 plus by Stavian. People are giving all public servants who should contribute in a form of tax. Now outside Narabla outside you get a house finish. And you citizen of the country, you got rights, you got
Kappa said once the displaced are settled, the government will look at other amenities like power and water supply.
Water by camp, power by camp, road by camp. And by go through the one house tour, the road by back to back. You got car by go park him, the house tour trade. The section and road by people cut him, the big potion. The creative section number, allotment number, now you got name by education.
Mr. Sorariba committed the support of the association in working closely with the local government to ensure the resettlement exercise is effective and meets its desired objective.
This association purposely, lo give me la strong, lo give me la one body, lo give me la kamsana lo one umbrella. Now you mean walk one member lo you mean, now you mean pressure in this la course lo you mean.
The community applauded the government's support for permanent residency, among other services currently taking shape at 9 Mile. Drop a like or comment on this story later on the TV1 online website, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Don't go away. We finish this week's Scope program with focus on Vipers Rocky Center Francis Mandom. Vipers Rocky Center Francis Mandom has just wrapped up an impressive debut season in the semi-professional rugby league, marking a significant thrive in his young career. Mandom's breakout season with the youthful City franchise. Mandom's exceptional performance also earned him the Chairman's Award at the club's recent presentation night, highlighting his rise in his first season at the Digital ExxonMobil Cup level. Still in his early 20s, the young Vipers giant center stands 194 centimeters tall and weighs 98 kg. Growing up in Port Moresby's 8 Mile settlement, Mandom relied on the discipline instilled by his parents to navigate the challenges of his environment by avoiding negative influences and balancing sport and education.
Vipers rookie Francis Mandom began his rugby journey at the Sacred Heart Catholic Primary School in Port Moresby at the school's rugby competition. He continued to compete throughout secondary and university, participating in tournaments during holidays. Mandom honed his skills on the rugged surfaces at the Unagi Oval at Gordons, where he frequently played during the off-season.
I live in 8 Mile settlement, so basically there's a lot of activities going on, so only way to keep me out of those activities is to play rugby. So yeah, I join rugby, so whenever I play rugby, my mind doesn't think of doing other stuff or something like that. So yeah, I started playing schoolboys. I did my primary at Sacred Heart Catholic Secondary. So yeah, that's when I started started playing rugby in my school days. Yeah, unfortunately, I switched to rugby union because of the field. You know, we used to play at Unagi, and the field condition is not okay. So yeah, I switched to rugby union, and then I continued playing. Then school, I have to focus my priorities to school first.
Deciding to try his hand at rugby union, Mandom had to prioritize his studies over football, joining the 8 Mile Settlers for off-season tournaments, including the NCD Governors Cup. His experiences with the Settlers culminated in a strong showing in the 2022-23 season, where they reached the final playoff, but earned only a plate. However, the 2024-25 season saw the 8 Mile Settlers clinch the NCD Governors Cup. Mandom's standout performances caught the attention of Viper scouts, leading to his inclusion in their training squad.
Didn't play for some time. I just continue on with my studies, and only off-season, like when there's Christmas tournaments like Governors Cup, I used to participate with my boys at 8 Mile. Carry the team. So yeah, I guess we went, I think 2022 we went, but we fell short. We then went through playing Governors Cup. And then 2023 we won the plate, Governors plate. We didn't make it through the cup, but we won the plate. And then 2024 we made it through the grand final and we won the cup. And then I think that's where the Vipers scouted me and take me in for pre-season training.
Rugby has not only enriched Mandom's aspirations, but has also instilled a sense of discipline that has significantly impacted his academic journey at the University of Papua New Guinea. Transitioning into the Vipers system was a massive adjustment from amateur to a professional footballer. Fortunately, he found the team bonding process so welcoming and open.
I think the club is made up of mostly the young young boys. So yeah, it's like free. It's where you feel free to talk to people, and there's no people up there and there's no people down there. We're all the same, so yeah, you can talk to each other freely and stuff like that. And we don't talk back to our coaching and our trainers. Whatever they give it to us, we just, even though we are just dead and tired or whatsoever, there's no complaint or what. We just do it because all of us are young and we are eager to learn. For myself too, I love like people teaching me and telling me what to do where my mistakes are. I never had a chance to say somebody with, especially in our team, our coaches and our trainers, they already played some high footy, so getting something from them it's a big thing. Even
with enthusiastic young coaches like Wellington Albert and Brandon Gutuno guiding the team, Mandem emphasized the value of having one-on-one instruction with the coaches, which was very effective.
Yeah, at the beginning of the season, we didn't, think we'll make it this far because, most of us are debutants and first time in playing the Asian Cup. So yeah, I think the most thing that keeps us going and went on to play finals is, trust and believe in ourselves, believe in our brothers. There's no big players in our team. It's just young boys, all of us are debuts, so we have nothing to lose. Even though we lose or whatsoever, we are just young people trying to showcase our talent, and so that's where.
Despite being perceived as underdogs, the Vipers defied expectations by securing a top 6 playoff since their 2013 Grand Final glory. Reflecting on their journey, Mandem acknowledged doubters who did not give them a chance, but the boys proved them wrong.
Yeah, I think the biggest achievement is making through the finals and playing finals footy. I think not most of the people or not most of the boys or players, you have to play your first year and play finals. You have to play for how many years and play finals. But for us, we just played our first year and we're already playing finals. It's a big achievement for us. So yeah, for myself, I think basically I learned a lot, I would say, both in defense and attack. And yeah, for the most, I would say I learned a lot. Some I cannot, there's too many to name, so yeah.
Mandem's proudest moment this season was reaching the finals, particularly as a debutant, a rare achievement in professional rugby league, he shared.
The short term is, obviously going to make it into Antas. When we make it into Antas, a short term goal. And yeah, long term goal is probably I would represent Commonwealth sometimes. But that depends on, myself and how committed and disciplined I am. So it's my game, so yeah.
In addition to celebrating their success, Mandem highlighted vital lessons learned, including improvements in both defense and attack, as well as teamwork and discipline on and off the field. Looking to the future, he expressed his aspirations briefly.
And that ends this episode of Scope. Visit the TV1 online website, Facebook, YouTube and TikTok, and leave a like or comment on our Scope stories this week. Thank you for your company. Good night.